Oh, hello. Was I supposed to come in there? Was that my cue? Oh, my bad. It is that time. Who's going to win it? Pittsburgh or the Jets? I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of liking I kind of, the Jets have a second chance under new leadership. Strutbuster RC, Eddie K, Mountain RC, Francis Conti, John Monin. Dad, what is happening? Otherwise known as Sappenin. What's up? Hope you got to fly. It's been a beautiful few days. Beautiful few days. Got outside and did a lot of things, none of which were flying, but I hope you guys got to. My desk is a mess. What's up, Braden, Tim Smith? What'd you guys get to fly this week? That's what I want to know. I know what I'm going to fly next, and we'll put it together here on the show tonight. Had a great show last week. We interviewed Brian and Megan from Brian Phillips RC. That was fantastic. And we'll have to line up some other interviews. I think that was fun. Did you guys like that? Braden flew his Habu STS 70 millimeter today. Perfect weather for Bigfoot. That's coming up. Yeah. Right. Like the 20th time frame. That's right. Always a good time in Alabama for that show. Ultra Micro Conscindo, says Paul. Free Wing F15, says Luke. Wasabi. It was a good time last week. And our Thursday show, the truck show, I thought was fun too. A little bit of a history on crawlers as far as it pertains to my experience and a lot of my builds and stuff. I thought that was cool. JCB flew the RJ Gritter and the slow stick. Awesome. Got AS3X Plus set up on the B25. Guys, help answer Braden. What do you think is the best bush plane, preferably with safe? So a Horizon bush plane. What's up, Jeff from Lower Alabama? Oh, man. Best bush plane. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Turbo Timber Evolution or the Super Timber, I think. And if you got some money to spend, the big Carbon Z Cub is fantastic. If you ask me, what do you guys think? Mountain RC, cool, man. Eddie K says Super Timber, hands down. It's a good one. Snow's in here, I think. There he is. She should have her own show. Yeah, she does a great job. I can't believe it. It's all cell phone. Like, what in the world? Are you kidding me? Busy weekend. Raced yesterday. It was awesome. Maybe one of the last outdoor ones. So 8 scale, you know. I actually podiumed yesterday in both my classes, the second and third place. Pretty cool. That was fun. And I videoed it, which I don't normally do. I had a hat cam on, and then when I was marshaling, I still wore it. So I got a lot of what the whole day was about yesterday. And I filmed my boys' last football game today. So I've got some editing to do. But yeah, I made the mains at second and third place. The Timber Evo is a good plane, Braden. It really is. Mountain RC, I'm gonna start posting the racing because you know, I think I mean, at this point, this is what my RC life is. So if I'm going racing in the wintertime, especially, it's wintertime, it's dark. What else you gonna do? I'll throw the hat cam on and capture the whole event because I can capture my races, and then when you're done racing, you go marshal a race. So I always try to go, if I'm going to film or get any short form with the phone, I try to go to, there's a handful of locations on the track where they want marshals. I will go with the what I think the best shot is. So that's what I did yesterday, and I think it'll be a good one. I don't know how to cut it up because I got an hour worth of footage, but it was good. It was good. Short course and 8 scale truggy, dude, rocked it. And I made mistakes. I just wish there was more 8 scale this year still. Inside will be 10 scale 2-wheel drive. I think it's time to get a 4-wheel drive 10 scale buggy, though, to be honest. It's time. But if I post enough of it and make videos of it and stuff, I think, I don't know, if I do a good job documenting it, I would like to have folks want to feed me that stuff too for the videos they'd get. I mean, it takes time to make these things. Let's see. What's up, Dan Zimmerman? And I meant to reach out to Nate and Abby. You know what? I've mentioned it to them before. They never sounded like they were opposed to it. We just haven't put it on the book. So maybe we'll do that. I'm printing another driver right now. The trimmer's truck has white bumpers and a front window. And I fabricated a floor for the cab out of a old license plate. So there'll be lots of show on that Thursday. I'm ready to be driving that. I want to get that done. What's up, Wild Bill? What do you appreciate? I'm sorry, man. The interview? But yeah, printing off another driver right now. I think the one I have is a little too big. I got to get his hands around the steering wheel. It's a little bigger than the one he's designed for. Yeah, I've been still working on that trimmer's truck. So I got inner fenders done, the bumpers painted, front glass, and the interior and the floor is, as soon as I get the windows and the interior done, that stuff goes in, because if I'll build myself where I can't get to it if I'm not smart about it. So super pumped about that. And then I can start working on this. But yeah, the Thursday show's been awesome. Got to figure out what to do on it, but that's okay. If I don't have a kit, there's plenty of other stuff. So that's cool. I'm going to finally open this plane though that I've been wanting to open, and it finally showed up. And some of you guys will not be excited, but that's okay. And you know what? A lot of you guys know the small stuff. I'm not even. I'll show you what I'm flying next. I don't get too pumped up about the small stuff too much. And I think why I like the idea of small stuff is for potentially flying it in a small space. But some of them are so cool now. But they're still too heavy to fly in a small space. So Eddie K, remind me of that. I would love to take you guys shopping if there are deals to be seen. And continue to click the links, guys. Support the channel. It means everything. It is tight around here. You know, bro, listen, I really do try to spare you, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit too. Did you see the new Toyota, the FMS one? I'm into it. Yeah, base camp, $70 off. A lot of you guys are in both shows, so I think it's fine. Yeah, make guesses. What am I going to show you? Bill, to answer your question, no. Dan, yeah, if you like that, is that a like a buggy looking thing, or is it a truck kind of scale looking? Oh no, boss. FMS Ranger is fun. I like the 1800 one the best. Boss, I'll sell you mine, man. But you got to come get it. All right. This dude. I had to get it. I had to get it. I had to get it. And I was waiting for you guys. Buggy style, 4-wheel steer, 110 scale. I got to tell you, you get what you pay for. That price is amazing. But you know what? For first tastes, I think that's awesome. Wiggle fingers, why? He says. I don't know what that means, why. What's up, Craig? You bought two. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. I ordered this when I think the first week. Why did I have to get this? Because it's a micro that actually will do what I want micros to do, which is fly in a small spot. Small spot, like yard, down low around the crown of a tree kind of stuff. Oh, and I had forever ago, I had the Ember, and it was like this. And I think I can fly close to my house, but I don't want any static. And I don't think I'll get any trouble with this. It's going to be underneath the limit, all that stuff. It is what it is. Nothing to it. Super dihedral. Looks like a click-on prop, which I'm immediately suspect of, to be honest. Those staying on. Landing gear. It's packed amazingly well. Oh, yeah, Dan. Thinking I'm losing my flying field. Oh, no. Michael was going to get this, but the battery and charger. You can use a regular charger if you get an adapter. Holy dihedral, Batman. The manual weighs more than the plane. Let's go. You know what? I just wanted it. I like it, man. Bill, you fly yours yet? I can dig it, man. I really can. It does look a little more solid than the Night Vapor. But the Night Vapor is a good time. For sure. All right. What's up, Bumblebee Head? Media. Is there a prop under there? Did I just put away the spare? No. I did not just put away the spare. In the basement. I don't know about that. I'm going to look at the directions, although I don't think they're necessary. What's up, Big Jim? I see a little airplane of a man. Got a moosh. Somebody keep me up to date on the Pittsburgh and Jets, if you would, please. Dude, CVO, you're going to Bigfoot? That's going to be a blast, man. So here's some safety information. Basically telling you what to do in regards to flying safely. Talking about all the rights and responsibilities. 76 Jets. Thank you. 76 Jets. Dude, this weekend was beautiful, man. And it was the last race for outside there. And hard to believe because it was so nice. 150 milliamp battery is recommended. Wing goes on first. There's the rates. You already know 100% high, 70 low, 10% expo high, 5 on low, set throttle cut. Safe should like automatically go. Yep, channel assign, 5 gear, switch A. That's where your safe's going to be. I would assume. That's that. Yeah, I bet it can carry it. I bet it can carry. Oh, that's pretty slick. Got to make sure it goes positive, though, don't you? Done. And the gear goes where? Crazy down thrust. That's awesome, though. It's perfect for this kind. Oh, I see. Little slot for the gear in the wing bracket itself. Okay. There it is. That's the build. Thanks for tuning in. I don't think it says anything about the prop. It doesn't. Okay. That's it. And you kind of rotate it in. You don't push it in. Because if you push it in, you may do harm to those little cleats that hold it. I like it. I do. I think this will be great for in front of the house. CG is going to be fine. Got some under camber to it, but there's also some. I mean, it's not super. It's thin, but it's not super thin. I mean, there's some stuff. Yeah, Kenny. That's it. That is all. So if you did you who get Bill, did you get yours? What can I 3D print for the slow stick? An anchor chain. I don't know if it can carry it. I like feeling them. Cool. Done. Yeah, super easy. I think they're probably already out of stock, but we'll go looking. Eddie wants to go shopping and check out the deals at Horizon. So we'll do that. We'll do that. And I don't have a website anymore, so if you guys go shopping, click through one of my video links. I think the Waco would be a good time. I wanted that one too. I've had the Pitts. The Pitts is a little stubbier wing, kind of more stunty. I think the Waco is probably even better. The story about this hat is that it's red, white, and blue. And baseball league we play in, but it's red, white, and blue. And once I get with something, I usually stick with it. So that's it. Also, I don't want to wear, like, I have stuff from the schools, specifically sports, and I don't know. It doesn't make sense to wear the logos that really narrow it down. Believe it or not, there are YouTube people that have had stalker stuff happen to them. So I don't know. My wife's like, don't wear it. 15-6 Jets. The Jets look like they're feeling better, dude. New coaches. Yeah, East Side. That's it. Just baseball. That's it. What's up, Spencer? So one other thing I wanted to do was actually paint some zinc chromate in some wheel wells. If you're into it, I'm probably going to do it. I got some stuff out, so why not? And it's a good hat, man. I mean, it's a fitted ball cap, you know. I got two of them. I got one that's got a big ES on it. And it's still so fresh and bright white that it blows out the camera. So I wear this dirty, dingy one so it doesn't blow out the camera. What's printing? Another one of these drivers, but oriented differently. When I printed these, I printed it my own way. And this time I'm trying it on the orientation they recommend. Dude, the truck's turning out awesome. It's I got a floor in it and a front window in it. The inner fenders are in it. The floor I cut out of a license plate. It's going to be awesome. But I got to finalize the windows and the interior before I like get the cab attached. But this thing is like, it's easily a week away from like driving. But the patina and the stencil and some of the stuff I want to do to really make it even look more like the movie is going to take a little tiny more time. But I want to drive it. I want to drive it, dude. I really need to drive it all done though. But I can't wait. So have I printed a complete plane yet? No. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I will. Just because I know this material. Like and wood and covering and foam is so good. Um, I'm more into printing like trying to scale up cockpits and stuff like that. Um, and I want to print a tilt and pan or some kind of gimbal thing, camera mount or something, you know. And Richard, if you like the truck stuff, Thursday night I do a show now. I've done 8 of them, I think. And Thursday night, same time, 9 Eastern. Well, it'll be all trucks and fabbing up trucks and 3D printing and stuff like that. Last week was a walk through my history of crawling, so to say, and then we did a base camp built a kit over 7 weeks. Took our time because half the show, it was a 2-hour show. Half the show I'd talk about what I was other projects because I got a handful of trucks going, and then we'd build on the base camp. So now we don't have a kit to build, but that's okay. We got a ton of other projects. There's some kits that I'd like to do, but it'll wait. Thanks, Pops. Yeah, Richard, I'm pretty pumped about that. I did post up on one of the crawler groups on Facebook, and these custom things I'm doing get a fair amount of attention. The trimmers, the stuff from movies and TV is actually, I think, a really fun idea because it's like it's like pop culture. You know what I mean? Like how many people recognize a Sanford and Son truck or this trimmer's truck or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, even Harley Designs is doing his buggy like Smoking the Bandit. Inspired, looks cool. So yeah, man, it's not a never on printing a plane, but it's a definitely probably not. And I've seen them. And some guys are having tremendous success with it, and that's cool. But I like stuff so scale. I think by the time I were to make one, it'd be it's a million pieces to put these trucks together. You know what I mean? So a plane, boy, that's gonna be a lot of pieces to glue together. People pay crazy money for these unique replicas. Well, turn me on to them. I'll make them a unique replica. I'll do it. I mean, it's a lot of work by the time you're in on not even the labor. It adds up a little bit, but not too bad. I mean, 3D printing a body you can't buy for 20, 30 bucks. The file's another 25 bucks. Not too bad. What's up, honey Chuck? So yeah. Let me figure out getting a plane over here to the large wood model. Which large wood model? I don't have one. You like buying one? Yeah, I don't have one. Dark Stars 3 parts. Yeah, that little jet doesn't do anything for me, man. Yeah, 3 parts. It means it's tiny. That thing looks more like a boat than a jet. That one dude made it look cool though. I mean, it flew. Yeah, I'd like to do a big ARF or something, but I got to buy it. You know, it's not like it used to be. No one's clicking the links. So they don't think anybody's watching. They don't send stuff when they don't think anybody's watching. Yeah, I'd like to do something like that for sure. But I have to wait. The owl. Oh, Owl print L39 50 millimeter. Eclipsing Cobra. Yeah, it's just this. It sounds small though. I like big planes for scale ones, and I just again I think it's a tremendous tool to dial in the cockpits and some of the scale bits. But man, they've got it down to a science with the way they're making these things now, where I know how long it takes to print stuff. I don't think I want to put that much into one. That in my mind, I'm afraid of it being brittle. I think it might not be a bad thing for printing ribs for doing covering on or something. You know what I mean? Like structural, so to say, parts. But it's hard. I like big planes, and I cannot lie. You are telling the truth. You cannot lie. That is correct. That is, you are right, sir. Of course not. There we go. Just chilling. Just chilling there. Do you see what I see? Michael, that's not off topic at all. Anybody have a answer to this? So, any motor upgrade suggestions for the FMS 1700 millimeter Cub? That's a 4S plane. I think that's a great Cub. I mean, if you get the stock motor again, you know it's going to fit. But what I like doing is look at the stock motor specs, KV, and the can size, and then decide if you want to go bonkers or not. You know, like, do you want to run 6S, or you want to keep it on 4S? Do you want to go 3S and lighten it up? Those are the things you got to think about. What is the best 6S EDF jet? Who, guys, chime in on that. Best 6S EDF. You want to go 6S on that Cub, then look at power systems for other 1700 millimeter 6S planes is what I do. And look at the tech spec on the motor can, right? So you could look at a 6S, any of their 6S planes or anybody's 6S planes, you know, and then go that way is what I would do. The Rafale is amazing. The E-Flight Viper is, there's too many nice ones to answer. The F86. lot of good ones. 6S Jet, best 6S EDF. Here, let's break it down. Scale or sport? That is the question. Hi. So let me ask you something. You want to go 6S, you said. Um, is there any reason you could just get a 6S plain? You know what I mean? Also, unless you're just trying to be frugal. I love the Rafale. The Rafale is my favorite Delta wing, like high alpha jet. Um, we can maybe do it like this, kind of halfway. Yeah, of course, this is the absolute goofiest angle to do it. You already have the Super Timber. This is the FMS P40B, which is one of my favorite Warbirds, to be honest. And I just want to get it in a position to do this paint better, to show it and do it without messing it up. What's going on with the P40? Nothing. I'm painting zinc chromate in the wheel wells. That's what's going on with the P40. But I'm trying to get it in position to do it. I'm not in a good position to do it. What's being printed tonight is another driver figure, another crawler driver, but a little different size and a little different orientation. It's like 1450 millimeters wingspan, if I remember right, which is the same as 57 inches. If it's a 1400, it's 55 inches. I love this tail dragger. This is one of my absolute faves. Let's see. Bring over not the tin snips. This. Dry out my brush a little. Dude, and it's 4S on a 650 kV motor. It does amazing. Dude, it's a B model, bro. So it doesn't have the big stupid chin. It's the more of the flying tiger shark mouth we're used to. If you know what I'm saying. Yep, 1450. So like 57 inches. I wouldn't mind having another one and just hanging this one up. This one's Flying Tigers. I customized the paint a little bit, but it's still mostly stock. And, twist and turn gear are always a little bit more to keep care of, but it's worth it. And I did this to the wheels. That's not stock. The chin cowl is the difference, and the age, bro. The first FMS P40 built completely different. This goes together like so much of the modern offerings we're used to, where you don't feel like you're getting something that's antiquated. Do you know what I'm saying? Where's my paint? Man. it's not. There it is. Zinc Verde. The fit on it is awesome. I did videos of this forever ago, dude. When we were still at Motion. And I think I did another one on it after we left back on the channel potentially. I wonder if this will be better. No. That's fine. I was right the first time. Poppy style. Yeah, I forget what I did a pilot. This isn't the one, this isn't the numbers or the scheme this one came on with. But I love it so much. Just squirting it in there. You know we got to get the hat backwards when we're working, dudes. And I'm fairly certain this stuff's meant to be airbrushed, but it's been working for me like this too. I'm just getting it on because I know it's going to be more than one coat to do it. So no big deal. This is going to be the fastest zinc chromate job ever. I was going to do this last week, but we ended up having an opportunity to do an interview. So that's what we did instead. If you guys haven't seen that, by all means, you can check it out on the replay. And I don't go for perfect the first time. I just don't want it puddling, and I want it fairly consistent, but I'm not too worried about it at all. Because, again, I already know it's going to need more than the one. Zinc chromate is the paint they used on the inside of cockpits and wheel wells and stuff on World War II planes a lot of times. So, yeah, that's what that is. That's what that's about. Primer for aluminum, yeah. Rust inhibitor. It's just one of those things, like the Warbird guys like it, you know, for the inside of cockpits and wheel wells and stuff. So this plane, they're just painted gray like the rest of the wing. So it's just a little thing you can do to scale it out. My FMS P47, I already did paint the wheel wells like this years ago. But yeah, that'll just dry up, and then I'll do another coat on it. My The cockpit from the T-28 is still a work in progress. Not much to show there yet, unless you want to see me run mud again on it. That's really all there is to do. Just a couple drops will do you. Vallejo. Hobby shop should have this, or you can um, get it about anywhere. Amazon, stuff like that. And then after I do this green, if I want to weather it, I'll dirty it up and throw some browns and, you know, dust. You can emulate chips of paint coming off by using like silver marker or dry brush with some kind of silver stuff where it might have worn through back to the aluminum. Unlike a car, these would have been aluminum, so you don't really see rust. But this is working out pretty good. And on the cheap, down low, like I could just leave it this one thin coat and basically pull off what I'm going for. Actually looks pretty legit, kind of thin because it really shows. It's not really zinc chromate, it's just a color for modelers because it's a very popular color for military. Look at that. I mean, thin to win. It doesn't have to be super crazy. Um, it's working. And that this kind of may be the kind of way I go with it now. If I'm not getting product from companies, then I have to just mess with what I got. And that's fine. Like I said, no puddling is really the biggest thing I'm going for. Dude, like 3 or 4 drops of paint, and I got, you know, a really cool, and it's still shiny because it's wet, but that'll dry up, and we'll see what that looks like in a minute. I may not do a second coat on it, to be honest. It looks all right. But yeah, dude, this P40, try not to grab it by the wheel wells. I think 77 is the number on it if you buy it. But I changed it to 49. And the Flying Tiger emblem itself was really hokey from FMS. So I had Callie make me these. These are the ones that Disney designed back in the day. And the cockpit now really blends with the fuselage well with the paint. It was a little obvious it was a cockpit before, but that's really it. And then I had a guy made me. It's hard to see the pilot right now. I'm trying. He's legit, dude. I had somebody make him for me. A guy offered to make him for me, and this is back in RC Groups days before social media. Yeah, bro, this P40 is wicked. What you asked me was on my link. What? The paint? Man, I don't have a website anymore. I have to put this all in the description. There's a few links in my description now. Horizon and FMS. The plane, yeah. The FMS link. Even if it says it's to a truck or whatever, it doesn't matter. It takes you there. Boss 223, that's the FMS P40. P40B. This P40 looks new. You got to see it up close. Sad rats. And rats. What's up, Fred? Yeah, FMS 1450. Yeah, dude, if you shop at FMS or Horizon, the link's gonna always be in the description. A lot of the brands that I had on my website, there was no affiliates to anyway, or they've changed it. So it's no big deal. It's fine. And I can get it to you. Just message me and I'll build out the rest of the descriptions with the links that I lost from the website. The only thing missing from that was on the website that's not in the description currently is my A-Main link and my Amazon link. And like beef sticks, like whatever. I do not clear coat my planes normally unless I've done a full repaint. In that case, I do. And a lot of times, yeah, I ain't selling that one. A lot of times, again, the reason I would clear coat one is if I clear coat satin or matte. Because what would kill me is I would use satin paints on a custom plain paint job, and I've done a bunch of them. And then you order the decals and they're like shiny, and it drives me crazy. So I would either urethane over it, or with satin or something that's not shiny. I don't like shiny. Shiny shows all the imperfections of the foam, just like in real life on a wall. Like the shinier the paint, the more better the drywaller has to do. If it's flat or matte or satin, it hides it better. So I take that to I do it this on these things too. And on a Warbird, was it shiny? Nah, it's probably dusty, dirty, sun-baked. You know, that's how I feel about it. Same with these 3D printed trucks. Like if I had to put shiny paint on it, then you see all the lines from the print. And by the way, this print should be done sometime soon. I'll look on my phone and be able to tell you. 93%, 14 minutes left. Bamboo Labs. There's a link to that in the distro. Civilian planes may be shiny. Yeah. I mean, it looks cool when guys do it. It really does. And the planes already, most of them aren't shiny anyway. So when you add a shine to it, I think it definitely a cool customization thing to do. Jim Jambuka, great job, Ryan. I love customizing my models, even knowing they could be destroyed on the next flight. Yeah. And I would do the wheel wells on this P47 if it wasn't up there so high. I want to repaint that one all together. Maybe next time I'll have that one down and start masking it off. If you guys want to see an airplane repaint. I did the FMS P47 in a red tail scheme. My favorite P47 is a Razorback, and I like them green. I don't want a bunch of stuff on it. And that Bonnie scheme on the FMS one, not my favorite. I love the plane, but that scheme, I wouldn't have signed off on that one. So, and a little bit the same way with the Kansas Tornado, the E-Flight P47. It's a miniature of the 1.5. Legit. But dang it, man. The paint kills me. And usually when I go for a green scheme, I'll get rid of the invasion stripes. But I'm thinking maybe I'll keep them on the E-Flight one. You know what I mean? And I did that red tail P47 from FMS because, well, the red tails are awesome. And not everybody knows that they flew P40s and P47s. I actually wouldn't mind doing another P40 red tails. I've done one before, I think. No, it wasn't red tails. I've done a few different P40s in the day. Some of them were GWS. But I picked these green schemes that have a little bit of like a yellow stripe on, like the horizontal and the wing. And like I said, the red on the tail. So I still see them, but they're still military and they're cool. So yeah, there's videos of that old FMS P47 back here on the channel. And I even did some time lapse of how I did the paint job on it. But I think that one would be nice because it's not huge. It definitely needs paint. For me, the E-Flight P47 would be cool to paint it. And it's like, you know what? Maybe this is where I'm going now. It's kind of showing off this side of it. You know, I've been ripping through the new stuff so long. Maybe it's time to sit and fritter with the stuff I have and make it just dope. Because I can paint, dude. Actually, if I just do it. Some of the custom stuff I have are pretty killer, if I do say so myself. And I don't know if y'all remember my B-26 that I salt shipped into the 200 mission flak bait B-26. That was pretty killer for a first try at that effect. The Hun Hunter. Yeah, man, I can't get with the bubble top P47s the same way I can the Razorbacks, but yeah. Will not lift the paint underneath, Eddie K. That's a good one. I'm with you on the matte finish. Yeah, Dad. I haven't done baby powder, but I stick them to my pants. Like the tape, I'll put it on my shirt or my pants to just pick up enough lint to not be super sticky. Yeah. And I think with the jug, rattle cans on foam is different than rattle cans on plastic, like these truck bodies. So I usually do a mix. It ends up being a bunch of brush work and some rattle can. When I was done doing the FMS P47 paint job, the green was all super flat, looked amazing. I used 2 different color greens. And then the red on the tail was gloss and the stickers were gloss. So when I'm done, I paint the whole thing satin clear and it unifies it all. Nothing looks like it was done at a different time. And it looks pretty good. McFarlane paint job, MD 500E heli. Nice. Some airbrushing. Yeah, we could watch me learn how to do that. I've done it one time, but it could be really great. I think we may try that on trucks first. Let me get up to speed on stuff that I know I just want nasty and rusty. and then we'll see. And that's the thing. I could have put this chromate in and sprayed it, but I'd have to mask off the plane and get out the compressor and clean it up when I'm done and all that stuff. And I'm just like, you know what, man? I can cut a line. It's fine. %96 on the print. Yeah, make sure your paint doesn't eat the foam. Thin to win. If you can get the first couple coats on without making it a mess, that helps. But also, the farther away it's the propellant in the rattle cans that messes up the foam, not the paint. It's the propellant in there. So if you're far enough away that it doesn't mess up the foam, then it's also almost dry when it hits the plane. I mean, paint works. We think it's a wet and it's sticking because it's wet, but paint is really kind of an electrostatic thing. So anyway, one thing I've noticed when I stand back from stuff on a plane, yeah, I won't hurt the foam, but it also makes the texture rough because it's little drops that are half dry when they get there. And the same thing happens to me on the trucks. If I back away and do it, I can end up with quite a texture on it. Not the end of the world on something I know I'm going to be sanding down anyway, though. I mean, I'm trying to build it up, so not the worst thing. And speaking of stickers for stars and doing customization, I need to look into one of those Cricut vinyl cutters because I think it'd be awesome to make stencils, to make stickers. I think you can make shirts with those things. Like, yeah, I think that'd be fun, especially for custom stuff, whether it's trucks or planes, stickers or stencils. I mean, you can make star and bar stencil and not have to make stickers. I mean, it was painted on in the first place, you know. $4mm star stickers. Oh, wow. The ball gets a skin. Yeah. Yeah. Hotter and farther away, it's already drying up. Yeah. What's up, Killer Planes? And to all yous guys, let's look at the zinc chromate dry process real quick, like, you know, like what else do I have in here I can put it on? We're going to keep working on this T28 also. I started sanding on it because I wanted to get another coat of stuff on it today for the show, but it was a busy day with the football and everything. And then I had to go get pickup thinner. I think it's looking okay. It's in the wheel well, Steve. It's that Warbird color primer they used for all kinds of stuff. And I just noticed something. This always happened to this plane. So one thing that happens with these twist and turn retracts is there's a rotational play because of the way the struts are oriented. Right? This goes out, that one goes out. And when they're rolling, the pressure's on them like this. So when this one compresses and does its thing, it's up against the inside of the sleeve. You would think it would tighten it. But it doesn't. Usually one side will tighten and the other one will loosen, and it doesn't make any sense why it does it the way it does it to me, because I would think that this side would be the one to tighten up, but it's not. So I always put a little bit of foam tack on these dudes. And really keep an eye on it. Because, yeah, when it's rolling, you would think it would tighten it up, but for whatever reason, that's the one that always loosened up. So, I mean, I'm a little bit right, but I'm also wrong. But it happened to me from the start on this one. One would always stay put really good, and then the other one I'd have to mess with. Love the P40 though. And I think that's enough zinc, bro, to get the job done. It's okay. It's not super, super, super solid to me. What do you think? I really am good with it, especially on camera. It looks fine. It'd be a little darker if I did it though. It's possible, Jim Jum. Anytime you have that kind of, you see how there's a slot in the strut. This screw keeps this whole thing from rotating. Without it, you're rotating. So this up and down can ratchet on the screw. That's the only weak point with the model at all, if you even call it that. Like pre-flights and flight maintenance handles most of these issues. But if it's got the slot in it like that and a screw that keeps it from swinging all over rotationally, then yeah, something to take a look at. They do look perfect. Dad says they're done too. I'm probably in agreement. I think it gets the job done. 99%, the print should be done. It's done. I mean, hot off the press. There he is. Man, I should have done that from the get-go. I did. I set him up on my own orientation. Did I paint the spoilers? Oh, the split flaps? No, but they should be done too. All right. Yeah, this did pretty good. And the last time I did it, I used my own support methods too. So I didn't do trees on this one. I did the kind of supports that he puts in the G codes at Night Customs. So I'm going to break these supports off. .45-degree angles are pretty good for fidelity. And you know what's cool? When I print my dark colors, the print bed does an extrusion test and stuff every time. You get a little square right angle of material that's like not very thick at all, but it's really nice when it's black for weather stripping on a little tiny window. Just saying. Fell right off the plate. Yeah, you know, when you can bend the plate and stuff seems to come off pretty easy. Yeah. I don't ever leave it sitting around. There it is. Yeah, when I was printing him my way, I had a lot of trouble with the bill of his hat, and this one is clean. Clean, man. And just break off the supports. No big deal. I can leave that one on. It looks like he's got a cool earring. Like he's on Star Trek. There he is. That's not bad. That's the best print of this dude I've done so far. You know why? Because I didn't change it up. I went with the exact G codes that they use. The guy Night Customs has been doing this 3D print stuff forever. And you have to assume that somebody with the experience has been through has been through the hard lessons, right? So it's like, you know what? I'll do it his way this time. When I was doing it before, I pulled in the STL files instead of the ones with the G codes already for bamboo, like he has already. Hangar 51, he's in here somewhere. He popped in earlier. Yes, he did. Man, these are tough to get off. Let's see. What do I want to use? Kenny's here. There he is. There we go. Once you get him going, it's not too bad. Painting Peyton. I have a feeling this is going to be so much cleaner than the ones I've been doing. Of the same guy, same print. And since I'm getting ready to finalize, I mean, I'm getting there on the trimmer's truck. So I wanted to see what I could get out of another dude. Wow, that is interesting. Jiminy. I mean, it's okay. It keeps things from moving on you. Sorry, it sent it before. So yeah, man, what are you guys looking to get into? I know Eddie wants to go shopping. We'll do that in a minute. I'm gonna clean these supports off though. This dude, and see how clean he is real quick. It's already so much cleaner. Nope, I don't really do nitro anything. Gas, nitro, um, kerosene, for planes or vehicles. I'm just so happy with the stuff that's out, you know? Kind of interest. It's kind of neat seeing how they did the inside of this. I mean, it's like cyber honeycomb. You know what I mean? This is one of those things like once you get one, you're like, um, why'd I wait so long? Yeah, look how that lays it. And because they know it knows it supports. So that wafer stuff on the inside, super thin, but the print part, is thick and strong. When you get to the tiny parts, you want to be careful when you rip out supports. But guys, you saw this dude was a total built-in horror show. Looked like he had buildings built up to him. And now he's almost free, cutting loose from the noose. And man, driver figures are hard to come by in a way. So it's cool when somebody's got one. And again, it's just like everything else. I'm buying a file for one thing and sizing it up and using it for everything else. This is so much cleaner than the back of mine was. This one's not awful, but the one I painted was worse. It's all stringed up a little bit, and it's stringed up underneath where it's not a problem. I already probably put heat to this to kind of clean it up a little bit. But way cleaner print, way cleaner print, way cleaner head, the whole thing. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. And then if I get his hands hot enough, I can get him to hold the steering wheel I want and just open his arms up a little bit because he needs to be holding a wheel like this in a big old school wheel in that trimmer's truck. So I just got to open his hands up a little bit. And again, with the PLA, same like with the paint, I picked I think it's satin or matte is what they call it, flat. So it takes paint good. There's another one. And I mean, this much waste, but it's not really waste if it's necessary, is it? It fluffs up when you rip it up because I mean it's almost like an accordion, super thin. That's cool. I usually use trees for support, but that's what it came up like, so that's what I left it alone. Left it alone. So yeah, still working on the T28 cockpit. It still looks the same, and it needs another coat of mud and then paint. When it's time to paint it, I'll bring it back out. Um, Nothing to look at the moment, though. What else? So we're an hour and a half in. I think we don't have to go forever tonight. So lay it on me. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, I'm going to reach out and see if I can't get another guest on this week. And hope you guys enjoy flying something this week. Take advantage of the weather while it's here. Dude wants to go shopping. Let's do that. Yeah, it was just printing. So I don't have any files I need to get done for the T28. So it's good. Unless we find nice. Did you get an FMS, Fred? I think didn't that driver's head look like ridiculous or something? I thought I like that truck though. That Toyota. I want to have it. All right, let me get another window open here. And we'll do that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jim Jum, that was super fun. That was super fun with them. And that was a long time coming. And I'd asked them before and they never said no. And but it finally happened. And they got in touch with me last Sunday and we're like, is this thing are we still doing this? I'm like, yeah, okay. And they hadn't done anything like that before, so they wanted to do a test. We did a test earlier in the day. It went flawless. And when I first started doing this stuff, it was not easy to do the guest thing. It was not with the software we were using. JCB, that's a good to know. Nice, Fred. Are they offering that at Fair RC or was that FMS? Hopefully they see it come through when they actually ship it, I guess. Okay. I feel like, what was I wanting to buy? I need something. What is it? I forget. Uh, I know. All right, let me share screen. We're going shopping, dudes. And I'm buying something. Okay. FMS only. Right on. Their link works. Let's see. Share screen. All right, let's see. Yeah, the Brian and Megan were awesome last week. That show's got 1,000 views on it. 3-hour show with 1,000 views. That's all right. And I mean, the shows usually get about 500, 400 or 500, sometimes 600 in a week, and that's unlisted. That means that many people on purpose are going to the homepage of this channel and listening. I'm glad it's not at fair, because I don't. My link's to FMS, so cool. So all right, you guys can see what I can see. Let's make sure it's that way. What are we gonna look at, Eddie? What do you want to see? So we got the we'll shop all deals. $70 off on this base camp tent scale. What are we gonna do? Let's shop all deals. Yeah, Lyndon, that was fun. Spectrum Smart. Let's go Fall Frenzy. All right, check it out. Here we go. $40 off the Erratics. The Erratics is a great 3D plane for those of you who want to do it in a small space, or you want to learn how to do it without trying it. Like if you got the extra 330, but you're not ready to try it with that, this one will make you feel good about yourself. It's a lot of fun, the Erratics. Best first computer radio. I think you can't go wrong with the 6E or the 7E. 6E is a classic, normally $250, $199. Let's go. Little F86, save $30 on that one. The 1.2 Corsair, save $50. There you go. DX5 Pro, great radio, holds a lot of models, save $80. Mojave, holy smokes, 130 off. Big 6S Rowdy short course style truck, and then the venerable, completely awesome. If I was stuck on a desert island and could only have one basher, 6S Creighton, $70 off. I love these chargers. I have them. I use them, and they're on sale as well. $40, $20 off of that battery. If you're running bashers, the big IC5 in a hard case on a 5000 is very typical. You'll be able to use it in a lot of things. You got any 6S boats? Those are great batteries. The dongle. Was there anything else on there, Eddie, you were wanting to see? So that's the Fall Frenzy that I'm seeing. Let's go back to the home page. and see if we missed anything. Got the new base camps, the little dudes, otherwise known as toy comas. DRS Pro, nice. Chargers. Yeah. So let's just take a look at this. Oh, wow. 279. Nice. 279 available in green. Waiting. Honestly, I would never think I would like green, but that's the one we had at the shop, and the green one looked really good. The green one and the gray one look really good. The blue one, if you like blue, is fine. But the green was okay, and it's totally a Tacoma. It's just not called that. So this base camp here you're looking at, it's the same truck that I've been building on the show. I've built 2 or 3 of them lately. Only difference is that the one here that you would be shopping has portal axles. It's the only difference. Great first good crawler. And $70 off. So you can run 2S or 3S batteries on this. If you're an airplane guy and you don't have Basher batteries, your 2200 3S is going to be fine. And the runtime on crawlers is stupid. You may get an hour out of a 2200. I know you will 5000. But you definitely get some time out of a 22. Because they just do not use up the juice the same. So yeah, that's a great first. If the base camp didn't exist, I would still be telling everybody look at the deadbolt. But this is a 10-3, so you got nice metal links instead of plastic ones. Dedicated receiver, if I remember right, in this one, which is better sometimes than if you get the ones that it's still a brushed motor, which is fine for a crawler. But if you get the ones that come with a 2-in-1 ESC receiver, those ESC receiver combos have to be used with a brushed motor. But the dedicated receiver that comes in this can be used with whatever. And there's a dang it. I'm trying to see the inside of it better. But yeah, you can see the ESC is separate. So you can keep the receiver and change out the bits. You see the dedicated receiver over there. So you could keep the receiver, get rid of the ESC and the motor, and be rocking with a 2-in-1 and not have to do anything. Yeah, it's the same thing I've been building. More likes, says Axel. You guys are dropping the ball. So what else on here? Eddie, was there anything else? Big old laser nut. That's the monster one right there, dude. That would be a lot of fun. Let's, what I want to look at? So much good stuff, man. Brian Phillips, what's going on? I love the, I want to get one of these little Wacos, actually, still. I didn't get it. Those turkeys like Brian Phillips, good thing he's not here tonight, so now we can talk trash about him. But turkeys like him got both colors while I was sitting up here without any. Yeah, you guys got 2 Baxters. Pictures from the community. Oh, wait. Is that Bobby K and Pilot Ryan's Instagram post? Yep, it is. And now I can retire early because the exposure it gave me. You know. Good stuff. Yeah. So wait a minute. I was going to buy something. I think they call it a PH2. They do. Is that the one I need? Yes, it is. To charge my little tiny batteries. All right. That's the right one. Yeah, that's it. Add to cart. You need another one? I don't have one at all. What are you talking about? Another one, another adapter? Yeah, I know that Walco's the little tiny one. I still want it. Hold on, I get it for you. Not my link. Honestly, I have a soldering iron. I'll show you the P40 in a minute again. Let's see, what else do I need, man? Are you guys seeing what I'm getting? Or did it? Yeah, you are. Okay. Yeah, we're shopping, man. We were looking around. Eddie K wanted to look at the deals, the sale, the fall frenzy. YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. What's up, YouTube? That's so fun having you on, man. That's got 1,000 views on it, that live stream. Let's see. Man, I know I need something else. I think that was the thing that was pressing, though. I hate to just order one tiny thing, though. Oh, you know what else I want? I need a 10-2, though, to do it. The Proline Beam Kit, for glider slope soaring content, Jim Jum. I wouldn't hold my breath. Unfortunately, man. It's never been anything that's interested me, and I don't SPM XCA326. Is that the one you need? I thought that one I had would have done it. Okay, maybe I'm misspeaking, bro. Okay, not PH2 then. Hold on. PH 1.25, brother. Regular old ultra micro slow stick batteries. PH 125 is what you mean. Yeah, dude. I have that one. I just don't have it for the little tiny chiclet batteries for like the ultra micro slow stick. But that does remind me of something else I need that looks a lot like it. Dang, dude. I've got JST style. I got that. I got that. But I have it from on one of my other chargers, banana plug to JST. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this. And that reminds me, I also need keep shopping, dog. I also need I'll sign in off camera. I also need the battery adapter for gosh, it's the one for race cars, dude. IC3 adapter. I should get this long one because I have a short one. The batteries come with the short one, and it looks like that, but it's not it. So the batteries come with one. Oh, this would have done me. Didn't I buy this? I'm doing it again, just in case I was wrong. I can that's what I need. But I also need this for my race cars right here. Let's take a look at this. There's only one picture. I need to see all the adapters on it because the batteries they sell have a interesting situation. Dude, it looks just like this too, except that instead of the white pH, it's this little tiny gray thing. It's for the race car batteries. And it comes, this is what I race with. These are the batteries I race right here. I race with that. And it comes with a killer perfect charge lead, but mine is broke. So I want to see. See, man, I don't know if that's got to be right. I'm getting it. Venom's out of business. But yeah, they used to come with a handful of leads. You know what I mean? Handful. All right. That's all I needed to do there. Back to full. That's all I need to do there. I'll check out later. But we briefly looked at the new Toyota on the Thursday show. Brian Phillips, what's your next plane you plan to have for Christmas? Yeah, Francis. A lot of people like that stuff just fine, but they're just not. Nothing's in production anymore. Another one gone. Another one bit the dust. My adapter, what I'm looking for to charge them, the batteries I have. So the plane itself doesn't have an adapter. Um, and I don't fly those little tiny 1S chiclets very often, but I don't want to use the little garbage USB charger either. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me get an adapter for that because I want to fly this little dude. That's another reason why I let it sit here without opening it because I'm like, yeah, not much I can do really to fly it. I got the bind and fly. You just did a video on one, Brian. Brian, get those FMS dudes to send your boy the Toyota. Jim Jum, the custom there's a handful of customs, but that's the trimmer's truck up there. I'm still working on it. The micro lipo charger. Can't you do 1S on the regular chargers? I just don't want to use that little USB thing. I have one. I mean, I can. But I thought if I could do the little things, it'd be cool. Yeah, the trimmer's truck is underway. Definitely more um, patina, stencil stuff to figure out. Not that I know of, Kenny. You know I couldn't say anyway. 2S to 6S. Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. That's what it is. I have to use that USB thing anyway. What am I thinking? That's all right. I haven't bought it yet. Eh. Yeah, man. And you know what? I'm so familiar with their Jimny leaf sprung trucks and their Michigan and FJ40 that new Toyota is kind of like their it's kind of like their uh they did some Blazers and stuff not that long ago, and it's a lot like Traxxas. Thanks for the tutorial. Yeah, no, these are not those batteries. These are those little tiny stuffs, man. The little tiny ones. I've got those. I just how easy it is to misspeak when there's a PH1 point, what is it, 25 connector and a PH2 and a JST and a Molex and an IC2 and an IC3 and an IC5 hut and an EC2 and an EC3 and an EC5 hut. 1S with the little USB chargers they come with, or a micro charger, which they sell. I will use the USB charger that I have, little tiny, looks like a dongle. But it's not. That's how you do it. And if you're, if you get any of the ready to fly little micros that are 1S, you'll get a charger with it. And if you bought the Ultra Micro Slow Stick ready to fly, you'll get one. Little tiny dude. Looks like a little USB zip stick thing, but it's not. That's 1S. Okay. So those chargers will do it. Okay, sick. Sick, sick, sick. Good. I mean, for $8, come on. You want to see something funny? You know what's funny? Jokes. I'm not sure I can do it from here. I used to could. There we go. Little delay reaction there. Let there not be light. Steelers 30, Jets 15, 11 minutes left. Wow. The Jets have really stalled out. Boss says he hadn't liked anything since the Carbon ZT28. I like that big dog quite a bit. I'm glad it's got lights on it. I'm going to have to do I'd like to do a strut mod on that one. But I think I know what struts everybody's using, and they're either out of stock or they're somewhere I don't want to do it. Boss just got the FMS 90mm Avanti, and it's going to be epic. KC crushed San Fran. That's what I heard. They're winning and undefeated, and they're not even throwing touchdowns. I mean, it'd be scary if they'd score some on the pass. They're winning without that. I wish I was closer because I would just do videos on your stuff. Say it like Howard Cosell. No, that's funny. 3-peat would be special. I don't think anybody's done it. You know, it's Colts won. That's what I heard. I'd like to see him do it too, man. I like the Chiefs. We like the Chiefs around here. My boy likes the Chiefs. I mean, I like Mahomes too. You know, I like him. I like what he says. He gets it done. I mean, this thing is a little weird, but so what? So is this. Um, yeah. So yeah, good times, man. I hope you guys are having fun. I think, I think customizing might be where it's at for me right now because that's about all I can do. And I think that's all right. I think there's some stuff to give there in the way of value. I've done some and it's been okay. I just have not done it as often. So it'd be cool to get into. And dude, I'll come make you a track. uh, ex- expenses paid kind of situation. I'll do it. Give me some rocks and some dirt. I'm telling you, that's all you need. You just need to, I know you're new at this YouTube thing, Brian. You just spend a little time with a veteran, learn how to do it. You be somebody one of these days, like get, I'll buddy box you on it. Buddy box crawler build. No, I think the thing with the crawlers is how you film them, not where you're at. It's how you film them. Yeah, no sweat, man. Any day. I'm always rooting for you young guys, Brian, that just started. And, maybe one day you'll get there, bro. Maybe one day you'll have as many subs as me. You know what I mean? That's not a knife. Dude, I'd love to do it. Eddie K, you ain't lying, bro. And it's that, and it's also the last little while, you know. And then last Christmas, when everybody's money's funny, we saw everybody go bonkers for the little tiny stuff. So guess what? That's what you get now. Is little tiny stuff offered to you. That's why when there's a Beach 18 and a Focke Wolf 1.5 and cool stuff we never see coming out, like big bad to the bone 6S Mustangs and stuff, you got to get them, or they'll never make they won't make them. The big cool jets, man. I mean, to be completely honest, I think maybe a little late to the party on some of that. Talk about custom mods. It was cool to see Brian add flaps and crow settings to a couple of his planes. Yeah. Hinge. Mike Bird said the person who bought his house asked why he had a huge rock garden in the back with no plants. He looked at me like I was a lunatic when I told him it's for my crawlers. um, you can look at them like they're lunatic too when you see the cars they're driving and you realize the payments they're sitting under forever. To click quick, like Pilot Robert and Captain Blosh. We're 2 hours in, about 5 minutes, dudes. So yeah, hey, follow up with Brian. Any questions for Brian, man? You lay him on it. Right here, he's here. This is where the planes land. Yeah. This is where the guests stay and the planes land. What's up, Brian Chambers? Totally cool. The pond. You did the jet boat, I think, the other day too. That thing's pretty fun. Full scale planes. That's right. Yeah, my landscaping, instead of the border just being one row of rocks, it's 3. So I can at least hit the perimeter. You know what I mean? Kenny asks, when you come to Florida, Mike B? Anybody flying or flown the E-flite 1.5 Mustang on a 6S 4000? My 5000s are no good. As long as it's CGs, you should be okay. I mean, the thing is, worst case scenario, add some dead ballast to get it to be like your 5. If you're Brian says 4000 is fine. I like the nose weight in the Mustangs, and I kind of feel like a little bit if it's working for you a certain way, like if you're going to run a 4000 without dead ballast to make it a 5, just know that and be ready for it. Sometimes if I do something like that, I'll click in a couple extra clicks of down before I take it off. If I'm worried about it, if I don't add dead ballast. If I had dead ballast to get it the same as the 5000, which honestly, I never fritter over CG that much anyway. Like I put the battery in the front, get close to 1/3 max cord and send it. Or series adapter, a few good packs if you have two 3S 5000s. Yeah, there you go. Not a lot different in weight. The 4000 and 5000 6S? Maybe not. The 3200 though to 5000s definitely there's a difference. Yeah, you can get away with it, he says. I can believe that. I mean, the Mustangs, can be a handful anyway, depending who is on the sticks. So that's why I say be careful. Sawyer wants to know if there's any hardcore heli guys in here. The 1.5 is a squirrel on the ground anyway. Yeah, dude. Sometimes I go for I got to be really comfortable with it to really want to go for the scale takeoff. I got to get a flight in and a few touch and goes in before I do that. And so I mean, I'm not even ashamed to say it. Like there are times where I'll flip safe end and just crank it. Right rudder, cram on the power and get that baby up. But once I get cozy, I want another one of those. I hate that I lost mine. It was a wicked midair, but I never replaced it. And I should have, dude. But I had the Robarts on it and stuff. Paul says he likes helis. Most of us, I'm not into them. I'm not into them. Eddie, for sure. Grass will make you look amazing on those tail. North American planes all come with an extra ground loop. Man, I'm telling you. And I remember owning the FMS 1450 Mustangs before we had Geotechs. Owning them, flew them to death. Just awesome. Mike had a few different schemes of them, man. It was just really great. And I'm learning how to fly at that time. Really. We're kind of, we're doing videos a lot and people think we, know our stuff, but you got to keep in mind electrics are new, kind of, and they're just getting better. And it's like the golden age for the electric side of the hobby. We're owning it with these Mustangs. And then I went to a show that had a runway in Muncie. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my goodness. And so that night, I dialed in more rudder because back then I used to fly on low rates all the time, like 70%. I could believe it, Raitza, because people need planes that are easy to fly, and who's the market for them? The P-51, like, it's amazing. But I think even just like the Super Timber, people get it who it's way ahead of them. And the Super Timber's just got wing loading that's not necessarily beginner friendly. It's a great flying plane. Great flying plane. I like it. But it's not wing loading gentle to a beginner. And I think we see less of those planes, you know? And who knows how many times they're getting calls on that stuff where it's like, my plane messed up. And it's like, well, it was probably you. You weren't ready. And it's a different kind of hobby. The flying stuff is so different than surface. Oh, I know what I was going to look at. The Losi Truckee. Dude, all the guys at the racetrack, you guys want to see a race? I might be able to pull it up. The guys at the track, dude, they were blown away that 8 scale. I got second place. It was the ready to run Losi. Dude's got built up kits and all this and that. And mine was the reverse thrust, helps reduce the odds of looping out. You think? That's the last thing I'd want to be messing with when I'm thinking about all the other stuff I got to handle. But yeah, I mean, you know what? The beauty of the programming, these radios, and what we have available to us is that there's so much to choose from. And if it works for you, man, more power to you. I've used this example before. There's a video of a guy. This is back when everybody was having trouble with the bounce on the free wing 80 millimeter A10. It's because they mix match the struts, really. You had trailing links in the back and an oleo on the front. And it was just weird. But folks had a lot of trouble with that. And then folks got to where they would make them all match. If they all matched, it seemed to help a lot. But there was one guy, I was watching videos, and the dude dead sticked it like every time. It was coming in super fast, dead sticking it, but he nailed it. He nailed it every time. And I would never tell anybody to do it that way, but he did it and he owned it and it worked for him. So right and wrong is subjective. And that's one of the things that I learned early on in RC groups, which I consider to be everybody's first social media experience. I think people who offer up solutions and decorate it with this is what works for me get way farther than somebody who says you're doing it wrong, do it like this. Right? So that's how I've always been about it. It's like, this is what works for me. I won't tell somebody they're wrong unless they really, really, really are. 3-point landing is what I try to do the most planes. 3-point landing is what I try to do the most planes. The most planes at ground loop. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, man. I personally feel like, and this is exactly what I mean. For me, what's the real one want? You know what I mean? How do you see the real ones land? So, in my estimation, it would be a main landing on 2. So, again, whatever works for you, I feel like, for sure. But for me, touch and no is the way. I got enough speed to come in on 2. I can pin the tail and steer my feet at that point. But some planes, dude, P-40s and Spitfires don't give a rip if you land on the mains or 3-point them. They're still super well behaved. You don't think they're gonna be, but they are. They can be. And the Texan, the T6, bro, that's what was that? A Navy and an Air Force trainer? Well, the Navy's 3-pointing it. Air Force is not. You know what I'm saying? So funny. Yeah, dude. That's my opinion, Eddie, as well. Like, I would agree with you on that one. Like, a 3-point sounds like an accident. But man, if it works, if you can do it and you got the speed, fine. But for me, I have a funny fear and respect for that P-51 because it'll give me trouble if I don't treat it right. I thought the Hurricane was that way too. It would take it'd take a mains one and it would take a 3-pointer. Well, the Falk Wolf, I felt like wanted a 3-pointer. You know what I mean? And it's the tall landing gear raked out way forward, a little bit of bump on there, and you're coming in fast for a 2-wheel landing, but if you don't just kiss it, the tail comes down quick because the leverage from those long ass gear sticking out and long. Well, now you've changed your angle of attack and you're up again. So it could get messy, I thought. The Focke-Wulf 190 is amazing. And it's so funny because it's got the same power system as the P-51, but the P-51 will roast it in the air racing. I already know because we did it all the time, me and Bobby. The P-51 just killed it. And the same thing happened on the racers, the Rock Hobby racers. Me and the Timber Brothers were up. They had a critical mass in the F2G Corsair Reno Racer, and I had the Strega. Same power systems. Strega smoked them. Why is what, boss? Why is what, boss? It does handle the ground well, Philip. I've been surprised every time that I've flown a Spitfire. Why is the P-51 smoke the Focke-Wulf 190? Because it's a P-51, bro. It's just more slender. You've got the spinner instead of a big radial, and it's a slimmer, slender, sexier airframe. Same. I mean, dude, what's up, John? Hello back. It makes sense when I think about it, but it definitely I saw it in action. Same planes, dude. Same power system, same 1.5 Mustang cooked. Because me and Bobby flew together a lot. And if you were in the Mustang, you had to flaps down and slow down for the Focke-Wulf to keep up. And then, yeah, very streamlined. It's just a Mustang, bro. They're magic. They're special, you know. I mean, I love all the other stuff too, but there's just something about that. Yeah, bro. It's nothing wrong with that Focke-Wulf except it's a Focke-Wulf and not a Mustang. That's it. And then I thought it was funny too, like with the racer, the Rock Hobby from FMS racer line, same motors in the F2G and the critical mass as was in the Strega. Wasn't it? I thought it was. It's been a long time now, but I think it was the same motor power systems, but the Strega, the Mustang, the clipped Mustang, so even more sexy, lower profile, belly scoop, and canopy, and clipped rocket ship. Like the Voodoo they sell now at FMS is basically that. So fast. More aerodynamic. The real Mustang, yeah, laminar flow. I don't think our models they give us that though, because people couldn't handle it. So they give us a more pedestrian airfoil, I think, on these models, Eddie. But yeah, I mean the real one, laminar flow. And laminar flow, for those who don't necessarily know what that means exactly, basic generic layman's terms, as far as I understand it. The laminar flow wing definitely susceptible to high speed stall, but you know where the fat of the wing is kind of 1/3 max chord for most of the stuff we're messing with. A lot of pedestrian, civilian aircraft. Well, that middle fat of the airfoil is back more closer to the middle on a laminar flow wing than it is on about everything else. And so in real life, that's one of the things about a Mustang makes it what it is. But I don't think they give that to us in model form. I don't think we'd handle it. I think we have a hard enough time with it the way it is. And they're cheating with washout and the airfoil and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, Eddie, laminar flow on a real one for sure. I wish I had one. I'd look. I don't think it's got it though on these models. 109's nice. Tricky on the ground, but 109s are nice. Less drag. Oh yeah. But you got to think why these planes were designed. They're gonna bite you. They weren't Sunday flyers. You know what I mean? They're made to be nimble, fast, um, everything related to air combat, you know. So yeah, they engineered what you would call a bad tendency and character on a Cessna was something you would desire from one of those machines. Hot rods of the sky, man. Like I always say, heavy metal up there getting it done. Yeah, man. How can you not love a T6 and a Mustang and a B-25? North American, dude. F86. Pretty good stuff. All right. 2-minute warning. The Spitfire was a racing plane. It won the Schneider Cup with floats on it. And who was the pilot? Wasn't it Doolittle? Who was the pilot? Won the Schneider Cup. I think it was Doolittle. In a Spitfire. Before it was a Spitfire, right? With floats. elegant machine. That's one of the neatest things about the Spitfire to me is what it was inspired from. Because on the drawing board, it wouldn't have been like that, but it was proven. So, and it wasn't an easy one to make. It's what do they call it? Monocoque, stressed skin, different to work on than a regular plane, I guess, because of some of the methods it has to be built in. I think without the Hurricane to hold it up, the Spitfire wouldn't have been able to take the glory. But the Spitfire was proven in speed is the only reason I think something that beautiful was ever allowed to fight. It was Doolittle. Yeah, I thought so. It's a long time ago, but I read Doolittle's autobiography, and I thought I remembered that in there. Spitfires are beautiful, and I can't believe how well behaved they are on the ground because they don't look like they're gonna be. The pilot was Biggles. Huh. Good stuff. Good stuff. They're nice. I mean, you can't have too much throw in the elevator, but I mean that's to be said about anything. They're nice. Yep, elliptical wing, and it's so much more forgiving than you think it's gonna be, dude. It just seems to you don't think it's got enough to hold it up, but it does. It does. They fly good. I miss having. I should get one again somehow. See, that's what I would love a 1.5 Spitfire. The 1600 was okay. My only gripe about the 1600 was it wasn't didn't feel heavy enough. It probably if it had a paint job, it'd be just right. 'Cause I flew the 1600 to death. It was awesome. It was fine. But it was always a little too easy. Something I've flown the 1.7 and bigger Warbirds, and they're cool, but my only complaint about them, like I remember the 1.7 FMS P-47. I flew it a long time ago. It's too light was its problem. And then when the 1500 one came out, man, it was just right. And I always liked the 1.2 size, and even 1.1 flew like a bat out of hell. Awesome. Felt appropriate to me for what the thing is. You know what I mean? And so the 1.6 Spitfire and the 1.7 Jug, they were okay, but I just didn't think they were heavy enough. And flying the 1.5 Mustang and the 1.5 P-47 was good. And again, like I said, I flew the 1.6 Spitfire extensively, and then I flew a 1450 Hobby King Spitfire. Both were 6S. And man, the 1450 felt more like what I wanted, a hot rod. You know what I mean? It's just a little little too floaty. That's not always a bad thing. I think it's still an epic bird. I really held on to it forever before I finally got rid of it, and I shouldn't have. But man, I ain't trying to fly that stuff anymore. So I want someone else to make it and make it 1.5. It'd be killer. Try to make a clipper wing spit with them. That would have probably helped that one, the 1.6, to feel a little heavier. But then it's ugly. I like those Spitfire wing shape all the way to the tips. You know? All right, you guys. Boss is out of here. Yeah. Well, most warbirds, if it's a tail dragger, they would S turn them so they could see. Right. All right. All right. Well, see me on Thursday. We're nerding out on trucks a little bit. Oh, let's see if I can pull up a race real quick. We still got 30 folks. Oh, man. Okay. Let me see if I can do it. Did I close Premiere? Yeah, I did. That's cool. We can find it. Should be one of the last.
All right. That's the way.
Let's see, 2895. The way GoPro does the files, I can't make sense of it. Hold on. What? Doesn't make any sense.
One flat.
10896. Bear with me. That ain't it. 10895.
Guys, that's a race. Good job.
That's the short course.
Yeah, man, fun.
That was the Marshall. I don't understand.
All righty, guys.
I want to find the truggy one, dudes. It's worth it. Just bear with me. Man, why? Would the numbers be this goofy? Ten eight nine two. 10892. Remember that. 10891. Let's see. It's like they're backwards. Why? Sorry, y'all. 10893.
Thank you. All right, everybody.
Okay. I got at least the beginning of the race. Hold on a minute now. All right. 10892 and 10893 should be the ones. This is worth it. Nope, it ain't 10893. What in the absolute garbage trash? Okay, yeah, that's it. I've probably lost everybody by now. Okay, you ready to race? Present. We're sharing screen. Window. This. Okay, so this is the main on the 8 scale truggy. And man, it was fun. I am in. Let's make some stuff so I can see too. Okay. Can you guys hear it?
Gary.
That's me right there. The one I'm following. Oh, I'm sorry. There I am. Right over the double, coming around the turn. We haven't started racing yet.
Oh, yeah.
Getting ready to start. It's like a 6-minute race or something.
Once again, 3 more markers. 3 more markers, please.
We'll give it a sec.
What you have in there, you know? 250. You're running a what?
See the car right there? The one you're looking at front and center, it's orange and white with the green, yellow tires. That's me.
All we're waiting on is one marshal. So if I get a volunteer marshal, we get right here behind me.
Yeah, this was a super fun track.
All right, everybody roll by one by one.
So for those that don't know, an 8 scale truggy is like the same size as a 6S Creighton. I'm in 3rd position. Second position. That's me. And I had the hot lap in short course. Oh, I flipped. So I'm in third now, I think. Ripping it on the backside, getting ready to come over the double. Tabletop, whip it through the turn, double there in the middle, drift the turn, past the dude, double, turn, straight away. Jump right into a tight hairpin. Chicane, double coming around, backside double into the tabletop. Speed it up if you don't get in the tubes. Double, drift it, rip it. Keeping it tight on the turn, getting loose. Someone's on my trail hard. And I won that battle. They mess up. I mess up. That's okay because they mess up soon. I about did. Having trouble getting back on the straightaway. Here I go. I haven't checked out my stats yet on Live RC, but I podiumed that day. I got second place in this and third place in short course. Ripping and drifting. A big old 6S Creighton size race car. How fun. I'm in third right there. Whoa. Dude, that's a low C ready to run. Flipped it over. If I didn't make mistakes, I wonder how good I would have done. Tabletop, whipping it through, middle double, drift it, rip it, double, turn, straight away. Felt so good on this. I mean, the other racing I've done is two-wheel drive, which the only reason I'm doing two-wheel drive is so I could race with guys. But I come from bashers. Look at that little donut recovery. Dudes are coming up behind me now. Yeah, dude, stock out of the box. Guys couldn't believe it. I let dudes drive it at the end of the day. They had a blast. Dude, the brake is good out of the box. Just, I'm still on stock tires. I didn't do a thing to this truck. Nothing. Nope, I haven't done any maintenance. I just keep it clean and charge up the batteries. So I'm in like second place, and then they tell me the leader's coming up behind you. I got right in front of him. I didn't mean to. He was telling me that dude's number one. Okay, I'm number two. What am I moving for? Dude's got a lap on me, probably is why, though. You know what I mean? That's why. That matters more in qualifiers, though, not the mains. But it's fine. So it's getting ready to come down to me and Pink Car right here, I think. I think I may still be in third. He spun out. I passed him. And I managed to keep it, I think. Overdid it there. Screwed up. Screwed him up. Got out of the way so he could go. Now I got catching up to do. I wrecked. I wrecked.
It's over. Oh, he's done?
It's not over. It's over for him. Oh, it is over.
What? I'm saying.
Oh, no, that's a qualifier. I got third place. The main, I got second, but I can't find the file right now because it's just crazy, goofy.
That is a race, guys. We'll see if we're going to run another round or if it's going to roll right to mains.
Yeah. That was the second qualifier. Not the second place one. Dang it. Bro, still a good race. That was the qualifier. It's okay. I got video of it. I just the GoPro files are absolutely crazy, bro. The one I got second place in was even better. I think I didn't need turn marshal at all. It is clean. And bro, I feel comfortable on the 4-wheel drive stuff. 2-wheel drive is a lot of finesse. It's different. You have to get out of the gas to turn, so the front wheels load up when you get out of the gas. It's like stopping, whether you hit the brake or not, and it loads up the front, and so your steering's more effective. In the 4-wheel drive stuff, though, blah 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 blah. I'm turning tighter than the car will turn because I can kick the butt around, but still have the control and spin through and rip the drift instead of have to really finessing it. So pretty cool. Thanks. Yeah, dude, I got third place on the short course, and if I messed up there, I'd have done better. But I'm still happy with that. And that's the A main. I did third, and then I did second place on the only main of the A of the Truggy, dude. Pump, dude. Second place. It's like the third time I've ever raced that truck. Pretty cool. Fun times. Speaking of trucks, join me on Thursday for tiny truck tantalization and customization. Whatever we're going to call it, we don't know, but it'll be show number 9. Let's go. We're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. Bye now. As Fred would say, bye. Bye now. Boom.